Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the new story event, basically the Soul Reborn event. And we're going to take a look at just how you can get your hands on the brand new LR Babidi and Majin Buu unit. So this is a pretty interesting unit. Later on you're going to see how they work exactly. But basically we're just going to go through essentially how to get you guys your hands on the unit, what you need to know, how many copies do you need, how many medals do you need, etc. So this event will be updated throughout. It will be updated one more time, and then it will also be given a easy area later on. So there will be some updates basically to make it relatively straightforward, but yeah, there is obviously pretty simple stuff. If you've done a story event or you were at any previous anniversaries, it's the same as things like the Master Roshi event. It's the same as the one for the Gohan, Trunks and Goten event. So there's plenty of experience in previous events. There are 4 stages. Copies of Babidi drop from stage 1. There are the medals that drop from stage 3. Then the other 2 stages just drop some resources that you'll probably use in the course of upgrading the Babidi and Majin Vegeta unit. So in terms of the bonus category, it's the Inhuman Deeds category, which is more than fine. There's plenty free-to-play options when it comes down to the Inhuman Deeds category. So it's a relatively straightforward, simple process. Beyond that, there's not really too much else that you need to know. You can use the Oolong support memory, or you can use the Bulla and Vegeta GT support memory, and this will boost your drop rate that you get. Remember, the rarity of the units that you utilize for the event are also going to be the increase in the bonus drop rate chance. So you want to make sure that you obviously work your way through and use the highest rarity characters you can. If you've got free-to-play units or other LR units, that's great. The story events are generally not hard, so you don't have to worry about putting together so much a cohesive team. As long as you have some units that are functioning fine, you'll be able to clear the event and be able to net yourself some pretty decent resources. Beyond that, however, there's not really too much else that you need to worry about. Like I said, it's a fairly simple procedure. There's not a lot of... Sorry, it's not Inhuman Deeds, it's Worldwide Chaos. There's not a lot of Worldwide Chaos free-to-play options, so you are going to have to fill up your roster with some summonable units. You are going to have to farm quite a few copies of Babidi. If you are looking at maxing out the future LR, you're going to have to farm 10 copies to raise the first copy's SA to 10. Another 4 copies to unlock his hidden potential system. You're going to have to farm a second 10 copies to have a second copy that goes to SA 10. Then you're going to have to farm another 5 copies. So in total that's 29 copies. You do get 1 from the mission, so technically you only have to farm 28 copies. It can be a bit confusing for players, but essentially because the LR unit easy A's, if you want to avoid using Kais, you pretty much have to farm so many different copies of the units so that you can create multiple copies of the LR to feed into the other LR to raise his SA. So that's the hardest part really about this, is the fact that you essentially have to keep track of how many LR units you have, need, and want to utilize. Now I will say, in terms of just everything in general, I think the event itself is super straightforward, and there is great value in always grabbing these free-to-play LRs, so I think it's really worth it, and we'll see how good he is later on. Also, you don't really want to use Kais on free-to-play LRs, as much as it's more convenient and maybe some veteran players will do it. You always kind of want to just hold back and rather use the free-to-play resources that are available, because by using Kais you just at the end of the day limit yourself, and you're going to shoot yourself in the foot more so than anything else. But yeah, it's definitely probably easier to use Kais, although I would say if possible try and prioritize using the actual methods, you know, the best way to save resources, because in the long run it's going to help you out. In the long run you're going to be a lot happier that you did it rather than, you know, not doing so. But yeah, obviously stage 3 is the one where the Dokkan Awakening medal drops, so we don't need to really go through stage 4, but you should definitely do stage 4 because it's going to give you 2 stones. If you look at stage 3, it drops Dokkan Awakening medals. These medals you need 30 of for each copy. So if you are collecting medals for every single copy that you are going to, you know, Dokkan Awaken, then you're going to need to have 100, you're going to need to get 90 medals in total, which is quite a lot, but you know, it is still not as bad as using Kais. But yeah, so that's basically it. Basically, to cut a long story short, farm yourself 28 copies of Babidi. You should at least have 1 copy at SA10 with all 4 paths open. You'll see me do that now, show you guys that now, and you should have a start working on a 2nd copy. Hopefully they're at SA10, and then you can get your 3rd copy to SA5, and you can slowly work through the medals a bit later on. You're going to need 30 per copy to Dokkan Awaken them, and you are going to have to Dokkan Awaken all of them. One nice thing is you know, don't have to easy A all 3 or anything like that, so later on at least you can cut that out. But yeah, obviously that kind of covers everything you need to know. Let me know if you need any more help, and I'll see you next time. Bye.